Don't worry, we are not falling. But did you know you can shift gears on these things without ever actually having to touch the clutch? Well, actually, most motorcycles, whether it's a Harley, sport bike, or even a dirt bike, I've pretty much done it on everything I've ever ridden, and it may seem surprising, but the technique is literally all in the throttle. Well, primarily, because you still have to shift gears with your foot. And the best way to describe this method is literally shifting how you normally would, just simply without the clutch. So typically, as we normally would be riding, consistent twisting of the throttle, consistent twisting of the throttle, roll off, grab the clutch, shift up. But instead of rolling off, grabbing the clutch, you roll off, and literally, as soon as you roll off, shift up. It'll shift seamlessly. And just as you would normally do, get back in the gas right after shifting. And when it comes to downshifting, it's just as simple. And I'm assuming when you're downshifting, you're depending on engine braking to slow the bike down. So just as you normally would, but instead of grabbing the clutch, when we downshift, we have the throttle all the way closed, give it a slight blip, boom. And at the same time, simultaneously, click down into the previous gear. That's why we have auto blip quick shifters. We're just slightly blipping the throttle so we can downshift. But if you get a quick shifter with auto blip, it'll essentially do that for you without you having to blip the throttle, so you can just shift down, shift down, shift down, shift down without ever touching the clutch. And again, all these movements are done simultaneously, so we're not waiting seconds to downshift or seconds to upshift. It's movement after movement. Once you roll off the throttle, shift up. And when it comes to downshifting, once you blip the throttle, shift down. And the benefit of using clutchless shifting on a sport bike is just a little bit quicker than having to grab the clutch, roll off the throttle, and then shift up. You can just roll off the throttle, shift up, or to downshift, you can just blip throttle and shift down. And no, when done correctly, it does not hurt your transmission. But I have seen some people doing some very clunky clutchless shifting.